Hey everyone, how's it going? Christina here. Hope you're all doing well and welcome back to another video doing some coverage for you today on the Dork Lord, also known as Dorky. A lot of exciting announcements today, a lot of stuff I want to go through. First, we're going to start with some graphics here. I'm going to change it up a little bit. I usually start with the charts and kind of go through the views, 24-hour view, 7-day view, 1 month view, and kind of go through all that. We are going to do that, but a little more further into this video. I first want to start by saying that this project, the Dork Lord, now has a new exchange listing. Exchange listings, guys, you have to remember that's not just something that happens overnight. And I know sometimes when people see a lack of exchange listings for these projects, it kind of maybe makes people a little distrustful or like they don't see potential in the project. This project in particular, the developers are really working hard on exchange listings. Getting exchange listings is their top priority. They're working hard on it. It's not something that happens overnight, and I think everyone kind of just has to remember that. But I think this project is doing well with exchange listings. I think it's nice, slow, but steady progress that they're making. They're working hard to get legitimate exchange listings and not just like, you know, uh, shady exchange listings that are meaningless. And, they're not just doing that to kind of put a front up to just allow investors to see that they have exchange listings. When they get an exchange listing, it's something they really worked hard on. So, Bitmart is the new exchange listing. It's an extremely bullish exchange, in my opinion. I want to first announce the pair for this exchange listing, which is Dorky to USDT. I also want to make note of the high trading volume for this 1.4 million, which is awesome. And as you can see, we have the other three listings here as well. But Bitmart is the new one, so I first want to just show that. I also want to move over to this graphic and show you that Dorky has been in the top 5 for Bitmart, a top 5 gainer. And I want to make note of the volume over here as well, which is about 1.3 million. So we're working with very high trading volumes here. It's doing very well with this exchange. And, it's making just a lot of milestones, a lot of top 5, getting in top 5 categories or whatever, top 10 for different exchanges. And, it's really kind of just been a top gainer for a lot of these newer exchanges that it's getting. With that being said, I also want to note that this is either the second or third time it's been in the top 3 gainers for Bikeonomy, which is awesome. And as you can see, that's here. So, yeah, I want to say either it's the second or third time. This is definitely at least the second time that it's been in the top 3 for Bikeonomy, which is absolutely awesome. And now that we are on X, I want to persuade you guys to definitely follow Dorky on all their social media. They have an extremely active X community with awesome art. I try to share their art on my X page every now and then or whenever I can, so you could see some of their art on my page, but definitely go and give them a follow on X. They also have an extremely active Telegram community, so if you're interested in that, definitely head on over and give them a follow. Let's move on over to the comparemarketcap.com website, which has honestly become one of my new favorite websites. And I want to compare some stuff here. We're going to start with Turbo. And I just want to make note that Turbo is besides Hoppy, one of the hottest meme coins in the market space right now, as we all know. And Dorky is really kind of following in Turbo's footsteps in a lot of ways. So for those of you who have never been on comparemarketcap.com, this is an awesome website that you can use for different statistics, find you can find different tools on here to kind of compare projects. I like to use it to show common holders. So I first want to just show you guys the correlation that's happening right now between Dorky and Turbo. So what this website tells us, what this graphic tells us right now is 1,000, there is 1,623 holders for Dorky. There is 48,105 holders for Turbo. Common holders is 216. That means that 216 of those 48,105 turbo holders also have Dorky in their portfolios. So that shows you the correlation, and that tells us that 216 turbo holders also have faith in the Dorky project. So I think that kind of shows a little more, of the value of the Dorky project. I also want to do it with Pepe, and we'll compare this to Pepe. So we could see how many holders Pepe has, which is a lot, which does not surprise me. 351,393 holders on Pepe, and 150 of those holders also have Dorky in their project and their portfolio. Sorry, meant to say portfolio, not project. So 150 holders, 150 Pepe holders also hold Dorky in their portfolio. The other one, which is, you might be surprised by this number. I think I kind of was, but this number is even higher. We're going to compare it quickly with Hoppy. So Hoppy has 21,003 holders right now. 398, almost 400 of those holders also have Dorky in their portfolios. Now, I think it's a little bit lower for Pepe because Pepe's not as popular right now this bull cycle. Still has a little bit of gas left in the tank. You could still make some money on it, but it's not like one of those really hot low cap bean coins right now. It's kind of more of a long-term hold. But when you're looking at Hoppy and Turbo, those are really, really hot this bull cycle. So, if you see people investing in either one of those projects and they're also investing in Dorky, it just kind of, again, builds that value behind the Dorky project because if they're smart enough and seasoned investors to have Hoppy or Turbo in their portfolio and they also have Dorky in their portfolio, that just means that they believe in the Dorky project. So it just kind of shows you this project, Dorky, is not just a throwaway project or a scam. Nowhere near getting rugged or anything like that. It's in really, really great shape right now, and the developers are really great people. So, just to put some percentages as well on the Dorky Turbo and then Dorky Pepe comparisons, 27% of Dorky holders are also Turbo holders, and 15% of Dorky holders are also Pepe holders. So we looked at the exact numbers on Compare Market Cap, but I just wanted to give you those percentages. I also want to make note that there will be a lot of money rotation happening to meme coins and to narratives like Dorky. That will happen, and that will be something in the future. So stay tuned for that. You want to be invested in Dorky before that starts happening. Let's go over now through, the 24-hour view. We'll do the 7-day view and kind of go through the chart here. We're working with a price of 6 cents today, and we have a $4.2 million market cap. We have an all-time high for the past 24 hours of 9 cents, and we did see quite a bit of a decline here with an all-time low of 5 cents, but it is kind of making its way back up as we see at 6 cents this morning. Moving on over to the 7-day view, we're down 10.70% for the past 7 days. We have an all-time low here of 5 cents. We have an all-time high of 9 cents. And we see this kind of really pump up here, and this happened overnight. So like this is telling me 2:30 in the morning today. So we see this go from about 6 cents all the way up to 9 cents, back down to 6 cents, back down to almost not quite five. Well, yeah, actually 5 cents. Um, a little into the 5 cent range, but it's not that deep into 5 cents. It's 59.87. So what this tells me, because with the spike here, is that it reached a new all-time high for the past 7 days. Um, and I'm just trying to see what the actual all-time high is, which is okay, which is way higher. It's 10 cents. So we see it kind of shoot up like this to 9 cents. And so for it to come back down again, this just shows me that this is just going through a correction. So that's awesome that we see it go up to 9 cents like that. This shows me that the chart is just kind of consolidating. It's down a little bit, 19.39% for the past month. But of course, when we zoom out, it just shows you that all of this is really just this, and we're still on the incline. In terms of the next milestone, I think we could see it go and probably hit um, 12 or 13 cents by the end of December. I think that's definitely doable. I think from 6 cents, hopefully sometime next week, we will see it go back up to about 9 cents. But I think when it hits 9 cents again, it's probably going to go a little bit back down again to 8 cents, 7 cents, back up again to 9, back down to 8. It's hard to kind of predict those fluctuations, but usually when you hit a new um, high like that, it goes through some sort of correction and it won't stay at that high for a long period. It'll come back down again, go back up again, come back down, then probably go up and totally exceed the 9 cents a little bit. It'll probably go up to about 10 or 11, back down again to 9. So I think we're going to be seeing a lot of fluctuations um, with this. But this just tells me that like this is literally nothing to worry about. This is just going through a correction because it kind of um, surprisingly pumped up there to that 9 mark. So and then again, I think more exchange listings are to come for this. I think it's a really strong project. I think you all should have a small bag of this in your portfolio. 680 people voted in this community sentiment. 680 tells me that this is not a that much of a popular project yet, but it will get there. It's starting to kind of make some traction, and people are starting to hear more about it and invest in it more. Um, but now is the time you want to get it because it has not hit that really, really popular mode yet. So you want to get it before it gets really, really popular and hits mainstream. So 680 people voted in this community sentiment. 90% of those people who voted are bullish on Dorky and 10% is bearish. So this is definitely worth like a $50 bag, $60 bag, maybe $100 bag. So I would totally go in and get it now while it's cheap at 6 cents, because this is definitely going to continue to pump. Maybe not like very fast pumping in short periods of time, but I think this is going to be a slow, steady progress, and it's definitely kind of showing that pattern of pumps up a little bit, goes through a correction, pumps up a little bit, goes through a correction, pumps up, goes through a correction. But we will see it back up at this line, and I think we could get to about 12, 13, even 14 cents by the end of December. So that's where I think we're headed into 2025. And then I think in 2025, this is really, really going to pump. So please get yourself a small bag of this if you haven't yet. I will keep you posted on it as much as I can. I think many more exchange listings are going to be coming from this project. So please keep an eye on it and stay tuned. Just a few things before I end this video as well. My social media links are in the description section, Instagram, X, Discord server if you're interested. Be sure, if you do not have cold storage for your crypto assets, be sure to get yourself a cold wallet, and why not a Tangent hardware wallet. You can enjoy 10% off using my code PUMP at checkout. So if you're interested in that, follow the link in the description section. It'll take you right to the Tangent website. I also have a monthly membership going on for $3.99 a month, and please be sure to check out the merch store if you're interested in any of that. Of course, if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. It's so appreciated. And I will see you all in the next video. Thanks, guys.